Congresswoman, 5th District. If you would like to email us your questions, and she may take phone calls from the listeners while you're here. So if you'd like to email us questions, it's on air at therealnewsradio.com. Our website's realnewsradio.com. But Virginia Fox will be with us next week. And while we're getting ready to take our phone calls again, feel free to call in. We'd like to hear what the public has to say in this situation that we're facing. I think we're witness to the beginning of the end of U.S. hold on world dominance. Through our failed economic policies, we are to blame for a worldwide financial near collapse, and we are just at the beginning. We will no longer arrogantly invade any country and break our own treaties and have the world answer to us, the mighty U.S. of A., with a sound dollar driving the economics of the industrialized world. No, through reckless greed and treasonous corrupt lying leaders in Washington, we will see our economy fall into recession, our war machine grind to a halt from lack of funding from a bankrupt government, and our position as a so-called superpower become but a memory. We're being destroyed from within. Our own government poses and has posed the greatest threat to our stability and our children's future. Our sold-out elite leaders have run our ship aground and have used fear to justify a corporate welfare bailout of over $700 billion to be paid by me and you, the struggling and the disappearing middle class. But I cry foul. I say to you, my neighbors, for the sake of our country, our people, our children, our future, let's unite on a local level. Bring your pitchfork. Let's us, we the people, demand our constitutional rights. We must become activists, and yes, that means you, the church, fast asleep everywhere. The time is now. Let's take our country back, starting here, starting now. Join us today at Walmart in Mooresville at 2 p.m. If you'd like to call in, please call in 704-873-1400, 336-499-0681, and we're going to go to the phones. Hey, are you with me today?
Yes, Barry, this is Dave. How are you today?
Great, Dave. How you doing?
Good. Quite a roller coaster week.
Yes, sir.
Mainly downhill.
yeah, the roller coaster's been on downhill.
I guess maybe a few more people will wake up.
I hope so. I hope that this will make people aware of how our representatives do not represent their constituents anymore.
They kind of rode this right to the end of the line. I can't see how this system can continue. The whole thing should be revised from top to bottom. I'd like to read a small editorial that I cut out of the Charlotte Observer.
Go right ahead.
It's entitled, Religion Too Often Used to Avoid Thinking. And the guy goes on to say, as a mid-60s white male who has lived his entire life in small towns near Charlotte, I continue to be amazed at the ignorance I encounter each day. Faith is a wonderful thing in the proper context. Too many professed Christians use it as a crutch to absolve themselves of the need to think and learn each day. And it signed Fred Howard Monroe. I think this past week, for those of you that like to review the Bible, this past week, Christ throwing the money changers out of the temple takes on a whole new meaning.
Christ was one of the original activists on our planet. I mean, he wouldn't tolerate this.
No.
But our church stays past asleep, in coma state, won't unite, won't stand for anything, won't take it to the streets and try to take our country back. Give us a quick comment, David. We got another phone call.
I'd like to congratulate you guys on being way ahead of the curve on this one.
Thank you very much, and call back anytime, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're on the Real News.
Yes, how you doing, Dave?
Doing good.
I just came from the Public Convenience meeting this morning with Virginia Fox spoke about these same things.
Can you cut your radio down?
Yeah. It's all the way down.
Okay, go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
I did something with Public Convenience meeting where Virginia Fox spoke on these things, and this is the understanding. I've been working, I'm fixing to retire this year. in the mortgage and financial services industry for over 35 years.
Yes, sir.
And the bailout should have been to force those companies who years ago I saw it coming, who sold mortgages, people didn't have the income, they didn't have the ability or future insight of future income to pay the mortgage. When I first started, a man had to have a clear take-home pay or 1 week's pay to make a mortgage payment. That was maybe $50, $75, or $100. Now they do it on percentages and say this is the way it's done. These are these Harvard people that come in. They don't work in the field a day. And I am so sorry that our great-great-great-grandchildren are going to have to pay for this.
It's a travesty.
Not even good sense. Not even good sense. The bailout should have been the government should have forced them into bankruptcy and liquidated them out.
Yes, that's capitalism. We've got another phone call. I appreciate you calling today. You're on the Real News.
Yes. First of all, I'd like to say I want you to remember the name Wild Bill.
Okay, Wild Bill.
I'm calling you because I'm probably one of the most poverty-stricken citizens in Idle County, and as you can tell from my accent, I am from Idle County. I have a 170 IQ, I'm well-read, and I'm just completely torn up by what's happening in Washington. It's the dumbest thing. Has anybody up there got an IQ over 50?
That's a good question because what I'm appalled at is, and I hope this opens everyone's eyes, that our government has plainly put it in our face that they can totally disregard the will of the people. You know, so many people have criticized me and Brian for taking the stances that we have and the Real News crew. But we have witnessed our government totally disregard. We go around the world preaching, no, don't be socialist. Don't interject into the banking systems. Don't interject into the economy. Free market, free market. But then when ours collapses through greed and incompetence and a self-inflicted wound that they could have easily adjusted, then we become the biggest socialist state in the world. And Washington is the biggest hypocrite in the history of the world.
I know. I'm God-fearing. I'm conservative. And I've lived on less than $4,000 a year for the last 2 years. I'm disabled, and the system's just not working for me. And I'm seriously considering, and I've talked to a lot of friends about this, that I'm considering running for taking a run at presidency and starting in 2010 for 2012. I won't make up my mind till then, but I've already got some meetings arranged with some very high-ranking individuals.
Well, Brian here just said that he would like to be a candidate for VP, so get in touch with Brian, and I wish you the very best of luck.
Okay, and this thing about the bailout, they could have divided it all up among all the citizens and the legal citizens, and can you imagine what that would have done for the economy?
Well, Washington has proved that they're never going to do anything for Main Street. Main Street has to bail out the elitist Wall Street. Well, the middle class has to continue to be sold out. That's the only thing that ever seems to happen.
I know. There would have been mortgages paid off, cars bought, even the people that blew their money would went back into the economy.
Well, I want to thank you for calling us today, and feel free to call back anytime, sir.
Okay. Well, if you've got caller ID, just keep my number on hold, and I'd like to talk to you off the air sometime.
We don't have that, but we can. We can maybe when we go off the air. Feel free to call back if you want to at 12, and we'll get your number.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye bye.